How's it going, everybody? Um, it's been a long time since we've seen each other, and I definitely figured that you could benefit from seeing a familiar face, uh, especially with going through these exercises at home, both either on a drum set or uh, just body percussion, like I've suggested many times before. This particular lesson is going to focus on the ABA song format. And I got my Alesis drum set here, which is my electronic kit. And I have a guest with me at this point in time to help me out, and that's my son. So, Logan, say hello to everybody.
Hello, guys.
All right, so using a standard rock format, I'm going to go through real quick an easy way to show you how to put a song together. A lot of you are using the Soundation software, and this will actually help you even though that you're not doing rock music, but this will definitely help with setting that up when you're using your samples that you're putting together for your projects. So we're going to look at a standard ABA format. What is letter A? Letter A stands for the verse of a song. Not an intro. Don't get that confused with an intro. A is your verse. So you have a verse riff and a verse groove on the drum kit. Typically how this is done is you and your lead guitar player will hash out each one of these parts before the vocalist sings one note, writes one lyric. You have to have the drums and the guitar set before anything else, okay? Just like with your Soundation projects, it's so important to have your drum sample first and then your main melody. So in this case, we have what is known as basically a rhythm guitar. Riff is what we call them. And I'm going to have him demonstrate right now a guitar riff. And if we like it, we'll keep it. And then I'll create a groove to go with it. All right? And stop. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. As long as he doesn't forget what he just did, I'll be able to put a groove to go with it. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Bam. Okay, so that right there is going to be our letter A. Now, what does letter B stand for? You guessed it, your chorus. So now we're probably going to have a rhythm change, both on the drum set and the guitar, depending. So give us a chorus riff that can go with the verse that we have just created. Alright, that sounds pretty good. So as you can see, not only did the melodic pattern change, the rhythm slightly changed as well. So now it's time for me to switch over to what we would do as a drum set player to the ride cymbal to create the chorus atmosphere. So not only are we keeping the groove going, but we're also letting you know that, hey, things are getting more exciting. That's why we switch over to the ride. So we'll go ahead and play that chorus a couple times, and then we're going to try to put both of these together, played back to back in 4-measure increments like we do normally. Okay? 1, 2, ready, here we go. And okay, so that was our chorus with the new groove and the new guitar part. So now, here's the goal. Now, it's a lot easier for you guys to do with your Soundation program to be able to loop these back and forth. Well, as musicians, technically, we also loop back and forth. But it's because we know how many times we're going to play letter A and how many times we're going to play letter B. Now, the secret is to come out of letter B and go back to A. Hence, ABA format. Okay? So now we're going to start with our verse, and then we're going to go into our chorus, and then we're going to come back to our verse. Okay? Then we're going to show you what letter C is. Okay? So here's our ABA. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Okay, so that was our ABA. We played our verse riff first. When I filled and went to the ride, that created our letter B. We went through letter B and then came back to letter A. Typically, what do you think would come next after that? You guessed it, another letter B. Okay? So, you're going to have another chorus. We already know what that chorus is. We know how long it's going to go. So the next thing to do is to create a letter C. Now, a letter C happens to be a completely different melody and a completely different groove. Typically in rock music, you're going to have a slower groove to go along with that new section. So give me some kind of a letter C breakdown that we can go into. Okay. So now we're going to try to hash that out with a groove to go with it. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Now, typically, a letter C goes twice as long as your chorus. Choruses don't usually tend to get longer until you come to the end of your song. You can either keep it the same length, 4 measures or 8 measures, or if it's 8 measures, you can double it and make it 16, okay? So now we're going to get back to the creation of our song. We'll call it the Summit Academy Rock Song. Okay. So what we'll do, We got our A, then we will go to B. Then we're going to do A again, and then another letter B. Once that second letter B happens, we're going to go into the C section, and then we're going to come back to letter A. Okay? Let's see if we don't mess this up. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Okay, so that demonstrates letter A to letter B, back to letter A, back to a second B, and then we went into our C section, otherwise known as our breakdown, and then came back to letter A to end it. All right, so whether you're a drummer, a guitar player, or some of my composers that are using the Soundation program, all of you can benefit from how the songwriting process works. We have a lot of guitar players in the steel band. You guys just saw it, how you put a song together with your drummer. There's no vocalist, there's no lyrics, it's just straight getting your music down first, because that's how creativity works. You got your basic verse and chorus, then that vocalist can start to listen to it and try to put words to it, or just kind of spit something off on the fly, and then hopefully, you know, they like some of the things that they sang. So this helps you too as guitar players when you're trying to create your own songs. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit here, and I'm going to be sending you a lot more videos now that I figured out how to do this thing properly, especially for fundamentals of drumming class and steel class. All right, I'll see you on the next video.